What's going on, guys? Mr. Meyer coming to you again from the basement studios. I know, you've seen me a lot in here. That's okay though, isn't it? It's not? Oh, it is okay. Okay, good. Whew. All right, we're gonna continue with our racket skills. Today's warm-up, we're actually gonna use the racket in it to get warmed up. Then we're gonna talk about the two skills we're going to review. Then we're going to add a new skill today, and then we'll stretch. All right, but let's quickly, before we jump into that warm-up activity, let's talk about the racket again. What part is up here? The head. What's the head for? This is the ball. That's the part we hit with the ball. From here all the way down to here, that is the shaft. And from here to here, that's the most important part for us. That is the handle or the grip, because I know a lot of us don't have tennis rackets, so we've been using a dry erase marker. Some of us have been using pencils. Some of you have little ping pong paddles or something like that you've been using, and that's awesome. So today we're going to review our forehand, our backhand, and then we're going to go over a new skill called a volley. A volley is when you hit the ball out of the air, because usually when you're playing tennis, the ball bounces first. If you watch the videos, if your teacher posted the extra YouTube video for you, there was one where the guy was hitting stroke, it's called a stroke. When the ball bounces, he was hitting it with his forehand. And then the other video yesterday was the one where they were doing backhand, but the ball usually bounces, right? If you're gonna do a volley, it's out of the air. So before the ball hits the ground, you hit it back to the opponent, the other player you're going against. All right, so we'll go over that skill. But first we need to get warmed up. But we're gonna use our rackets this time. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Stand up, push in your chair, pick up your tennis racket, whatever you're using as your tennis racket. Right, I'm gonna use this one. You guys can use your marker, your pencil, whatever you're going to use. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna warm up using it. So the first thing we're gonna do is jog in place. But at any point as we're doing jog in place, I say forehand, we're gonna jog with it. I say forehand, you're gonna stop, you're gonna do a forehand, and then get back into. If I say backhand, that's two hands, and you come through. And then the other exercises will incorporate our forehand and backhand. All right, let's start with jog in place. So hold it in the ready position. 1, 2, 3, forehand. Good, 4, 5, 6, backhand. Good, 7, 8, 9, backhand. Good, 10, 11, forehand. 13, I may have miscounted there, I apologize. 14, 15, 16, 17, backhand. 18, 19, forehand. And 20. All right, let's do calf raises. 1, 2, 3, 4, forehand. 5, 6, 7, 8, backhand. 9, 10, 11, forehand. 12, 13, 14, 15, backhand. 16, 17, 18, forehand. 19 and 20. All right, this one's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna do side lunges, but when you reach out here, you're gonna do a forehand hit. When you reach to the other side, we're still gonna do a forehand hit. We're just gonna use the opposite hand. Okay, ready? And 1. And switch the other hand. 2. And 3. And 4. Remember, swing low and come over your shoulder. And 5. And 6. Don't forget to bend your knee. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, next one we're gonna do is arm circles. There's not really much we can do, but maybe we'll switch arms with it. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's do oh, you know what we'll do bicep curls with this. So hold your racket. If you only have a little Sharpie, you can, or a marker, you can put it in front of you like this, and we'll do our bicep curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, now we're gonna do forward lunges, but we're gonna use our backhand, right? So if you step forward, doesn't matter what foot you wanna start with, you're gonna use your backhand. I would go the opposite side. It makes it a little bit easier. So if I'm using my right foot, I'm gonna go to my left side, and I'm gonna do my backhand hit. And then I'm gonna switch, I gotta switch hands now, and then I'll do a backhand hit this way. All right, so I started on this side, so I'm using the opposite leg, but I also had to switch hands as I was doing it. And then if I switched again, I would go here. We're only gonna do 10 of those. All right, you ready? And 1, and switch hands, and switch legs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. You might lose my hands here. I apologize. We'll do press-ups, so you can put your marker in one hand, or if you have two, and we'll do press-ups. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, guys, let's hold off on the warm-up there. I know my arms are ready to go. My legs are ready to go. So let's quickly talk about the 2 skills we're gonna start with, and then we'll add that third one after. So we're gonna work on our forehand and our backhand. We're gonna review it quick, and we're gonna get right into using the ball because we've done it the last 2 days. And if you haven't done those ones, you might wanna pause the video, go into the day before, and work on that hit. Because on Wednesday, yesterday, we worked on the backhand hit. On Tuesday, we worked on the forehand hit. The forehand's coming this way, the backhand's coming this way. So if you didn't practice those skills, it might be beneficial if you stop the video and go work on that skill and then come back in. Because today I'm only gonna review it quick, and then we're gonna go right into that skill, all right? So when we're doing a forehand hit, our hitting hand, remember we only use one hand, the hand that we're gonna swing the racket with is on the bottom. When we're in the waiting ready position, that other hand goes on top, right? And then when I'm in the ready position, my feet are apart, my knees are bent. So this is the ready position. When I'm ready to hit the ball, I step forward and bring my racket back. This hand goes in front. I swing and finish where? Over my shoulder, right? So I'm gonna hit and finish over my shoulder. All right, so forehand again. You know what? You guys pop up, pushing your chair. If you're at home, just push the chair to the side, and let's get into that ready position, okay? So ready position, feet are apart, knees are bent, 2 hands on the racket, it's in front of me. The ball's coming to this side, so I'm only gonna use that bottom hand to come through and hit it. All right, here we go. Ball's coming, we're gonna take a step forward, racket back, and over the top, over my shoulder. Good. Ready position, back, over the top. Good. Ready position, step, back, and over, right? And again, we talked about that yesterday. It's step, and this is back, right? That's back, and then over. So if you hear me say step, back, over, that's because we're going from here to stepping, racket back, and then we're going over our shoulder. So I'll show you again. It's step, back, over. All right, but whatever we do on one side, let's just practice the other hand. So put it in this hand now. What does this hand do? Goes on top, and our knees are bent. Okay, ready? Step back, and then over. Good. Step back, over. Step back, over. Step back, over. All right, we're gonna use the ball right now. All right, so I'm gonna hit the ball to you guys. You guys are just gonna do a forehand hit. Maybe you wanna start with this hand, maybe you wanna start with this hand. Whatever hand you wanna start with, don't worry, we will switch. And I apologize, you've lost my head here. It didn't get cut off, right? This isn't Halloween anymore. So, it's still there. All right, you guys ready? You sure? Okay, ready position. And go. Swing, jump back in the ready position. Don't forget, swing over your shoulder. Good, here we go. Nice. Good. Make sure you swing over your shoulder. Get back, jump back into that ready position if you can. Good. I know it's hard because the ball's coming quick, but see if you can quickly jump back into that ready position. Good. Don't forget to step forward and bring the racket back as you're going to hit it. Good. And when you swing, go over your shoulder. Hit it over your shoulder. Hit it, racket goes over your shoulder. Hit it, racket goes over your shoulder. Good, jump back into the ready position. I know there's a lot of things you have to remember when you're hitting, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes. All right, and stop. Let's switch to the other hand now. So again, if you switch the other hand, that hand is on the bottom, the other hand goes on top, knees are bent, you swing through and over your shoulder. Are you ready? Are you sure? And go. Good. Make sure you're swinging over your shoulder. Nice. There we go. And if you want to swing a little bit harder, you can. You want to hit that ball back to me a little faster, that's okay. Just make sure you're holding on to whatever you're using as a racket. We don't want it to go flying in the air. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. I'm going to hit a little bit harder too. Remember, after you swing, your racket goes over your shoulder. And then you jump back into that ready position. And that ready position is your feet apart and your knees are bent. Good job, guys. Keep it up. Almost done with this one. Nice. There we go. Good. 2 more. 1 and 2. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to get this out of the way for a second. Hopefully it doesn't fall down. We're going to go over the backhand hit, and then we'll practice a couple backhand, and we'll get into that new skill. So if this is my forehand, and I'm using this hand, the backhand is just going to be on the other side, but how many hands do I use on the racket? 2, that's right. So I'm going to bring it back here. Still, that hand that I would use for my forehand is on the bottom. My other hand is going to come on top. Same ready position. But instead of standing this way or stepping that way, the ball's coming on this side. So I'm going to step here. I'm going to start low, swing, and finish over my shoulder. But 2 hands are on the racket, right? Forehand is 1 hand. Backhand is 2. And it's on the other side of my body. All right, ready position. Step back and over. Good. Ready position. Step back over. Good. Step back over. Hopefully you guys have jumped up and you're practicing with this with me right now, because we're going to use the ball in a little bit. Your body needs to be ready for that backhand. Okay, here we go. Step back over. Step back over. Good. Make sure those hands are going up to your shoulder. Step back over. Good. Step back over. 2 more. Step back over. Step back over. Okay. Now, put the racket in 1 hand on this side, and that hand goes on the bottom. We're going to practice backhand with this way, but we don't use the same hands that we would use for this way. It's not really the same. You have to use the other hand to come back to the backhand here. So we would actually going to switch hands. So put the racket in 1 hand over on this side. Okay, good. Take your other hand, put it on top. Good. Now, same thing. We're going to step back and finish over. Good. Ready? Good. Step back over. Step back over. Step back over. Step back over. Good. Step back over. Good. Step back over. Keep it going, guys. Step back over. Jump back into that ready position. Step back over. Step back over. Step back over. Let's just talk quickly why we get back into that ready position. I know we talked about it in yesterday's video, but if you didn't watch yesterday's video, you're not going to know. So the reason we go into that ready position is we don't know where the ball is going. So the person hits the ball back to us. Is it going that way? Is it going this way? Is it going overhead? Is it going in front of us? Right? So after we swing and hit it to who we're playing against, if we stay like this and the ball goes this way, look, I'm all twisted up. Now I'm going to have to take a step back, and then I'm going to have to run this way. That was 2 extra steps that I needed to do. If I'm here after I hit, so when I hit it, come back to ready position, they hit it there, it's 1 step and I can get the ball. But if I hit and I stop here, they hit it there, it's 1, 2 steps. The ball may be past me already because I had to take an extra step to get there. But since I was here after I hit it, I came back to ready position and went there, it was 1 step and I was able to hit it back over. So that's the reason we go there. So we're ready, right? And let's say I stay here and then hit it back over my head. Well, now I gotta go 1, 2, 3, and then try to hit it. If I hit and come back to the ready position, it's over my head, it might be 1 step back, and then I can hit it over. So it's gonna take less time to get there, and the ball won't be past me. All right, so let's practice our backhand with the ball. So I'm gonna take the ball down. Again, you're gonna lose my head a little bit here. You're gonna see my body, and we're gonna work on the backhand. You can decide which backhand you wanna work on first. You can work on this backhand here, or you can work on your backhand here, whichever one you wanna do. But if you're going to do the backhand on this side, it's your left hand on the bottom. And here, if you're on this side, the other hand goes on the bottom, and you're going to come here. All right, are you guys ready? All right, and ready position. Don't forget, swing over your shoulder, jump back into that ready position, and go. There's one. Good. Don't forget, over your shoulder when you swing. Good. And jump back to that ready position. Good. And if you want to swing a little bit harder, you can. Good, guys. Keep it up. Nice. Good. There you go. All right. I know we're working hard today. I'm starting to sweat over here, and I'm even jumping around like you guys. Good. Jump back into that ready position. Good. Well done. Excellent. Good. Couple more. There we go. Oh, boy. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sneezed on camera again. I do that a lot down here in the basement. Must be some dust or something. All right. Couple more. Good. 3, 2, and 1. All right. So if you were working on your backhand, you were on this side, switch hands, and now we're going to come on to the other side. If you work on this side, switch your hands and come here. So if you're going to be swinging this way, the hand that's closest to the camera should be on the bottom. If you're on this side, the hand that's closest to the camera or the video is going to go on this side here, and this hand goes on top. All right? So I'm going to come on this side as well, and I'll hit my backhand this way, and you guys go that way. Ready? Ready position? You sure? Good. And go. And go. There you go. Don't forget, finish over your shoulder. I'm not finishing over my shoulder. I apologize for that. But the way the ball is bouncing back to me, it's kind of hard for me to do that. But you guys, since the ball is coming at you, you're able to do it a little bit better than I'm doing. Good. There we go. Don't forget, jump back into that ready position. Feet apart, knees are bent. And where do you finish? After you hit it, swing over your shoulder. Very good. Nice job. All right, the ball's coming a little bit quicker now. Good. Nice. There we go. Good job, guys. All right, I'm swinging a little harder, so it's coming faster at you. Some people hit it faster, some people hit it slower, so you gotta be ready for all these. Here we go. There we go. Almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. We're now going to move on to our next skill. Our next skill, and we talked about it before, is called a volley. Usually when we're playing tennis, what did we say before? The ball usually bounces in front of you, and then you go and hit it. Now, a volley is when you're closer to your opponent, because in tennis, I'll show you here. Say there's one person here, and they're hitting this way. This is the net. And there's one person here, and they're hitting over the net this way. You guys are trying to hit it back and forth, then back and forth. Usually, you stand far away from the net. So when your opponent hits it to you, the person you're playing against, when they hit it, it usually bounces, and then it comes to you, and then you hit it to them. And then it goes over to them, and it bounces, and then comes to them, and they hit it over. And then they hit it back to you, and it bounces, and then you hit it. But if you stand close to the net, and they hit the ball, it's not going to bounce. So you just have to hit it out of the air, and then you hit it towards their ground, and they hit it back to you. And if you stay near the net, you're really close. It's not going to have a chance to bounce. You have to hit it out of the air, and that's called a volley. So you're just going to tap it down to the ground. So we're going to talk about that. So what we're going to do is we're going to get pretty much, I'm going to angle this up a little bit. All right. You're pretty much going to be in the same position as the ready position. I know you can't see my feet, but you know my feet are apart because you can see my legs. My knees are bent. What we're going to do is you're going to step forward. Your racket is not going to go backwards. Let me angle this up a little bit more so you can see my racket there. All right. Oh, you can see my ceiling too. All right. So on this one, same thing. Ready position. But the ball's going to come in front of you right about here. We're not going to take our racket back and swing and hit it and finish over our shoulder because by that time, the tennis ball is going to be past us. Because remember, we're closer to the net. So we're going to have less time to swing for the ball. So what I was taught was you punch at the ball almost. So watch. So I'm here in the ready position. The ball's here. All I'm going to do is step forward. I know it's kind of hard to see my leg. I'll angle the camera down in a second. But the most important thing is you punch the ball down, right? So you're here. You step forward and just tap the ball. Basically, you're just going like this. So almost if my fist was here, I'm like punching. So my hand, if you can see my hand here, I'm punching at the ball, right? So I'm in the ready position, I step forward, and I punch at the ball. Let me move the camera down so you can see my feet now. All right, let me see if I can get my feet in there. Oh, okay, I'll move back. All right, so remember, I'm close to the net. I'm in the ready position. The ball comes, I step forward. Does my racket go back? No, and I punch at the ball. So I'm here. The ball comes to me. I step forward and punch. Step, punch. Step, punch. So that would be for a forehand volley. I'll show you the backhand in a second, but let's practice that. All right, so before we get the ball, let's all stand up, push in your chair if you haven't already. Get in the ready position. Remember, we're not bringing the racket back. We're not going to have time to do that because we're close to the net. So we're here, ready, step forward, punch. Don't swing down, just punch at the ball. Keep your racket nice and tight in your hand and you just move it down. It's like a little jab, little punch. All right, ready position. Here it comes, step, punch. Good. Step, punch. Good. Step, punch. Good. 2 more. Step, punch. Good. Step, punch. Good. Because the tennis net's about this high. So we want to have a racket above it and we're hitting it down to the ground. Now let's switch to the other hand. Okay. So ready position. The other hand is on top. This hand is on the bottom. We're here. We're going to step forward with the opposite foot. So if I'm going to punch down this way, I'm going to step forward with this foot. Before, I was stepping forward with this foot because it's on the opposite side of my body. So I'll switch hands again, right? So this hand is on the bottom. This hand is on the top. Ready position. Step, punch. Good. You see how I have it on the opposite side of my body? Good. Step, punch. Good. Ready? Step, punch. Nice. Step, punch. Good. Step, punch. 2 more. Step, punch. Nice. Step, punch. Good. Now let's use the ball. All right. So come on down, ball. Okie dokie. All right. I'm going to let it swing. Once you lose sight of it, that's when you're going to step, punch. Get back in the right position. Step, punch. Ready, step, punch. Ready, step, punch. That's what you're going to do. All right, here we go. I'm just going to let the ball go. I'm not going to hit it. I'm just going to let it go slow. Okay, you guys ready? As soon as you lose sight of that ball, and as it's coming here, you should be already ready to step, and then you punch it down. All right, here we go. Ready, step, punch. Good. Back to the ready position. Ready, step, punch. So you can see, and get back to the right position. As the ball gets to about here, what am I telling you to do? Take a step forward, your racket's up, and then you punch it down, and it comes back to me. So when that ball gets to the lowest point here, you step, and then you punch it down. Ready, step, punch. Good. Ready, you're in the ready position? Good. Step, punch. Good. Ready, step, punch. Good. Ready position, step, punch. Ready position, step, punch. Ready position, step, punch. Okay, now let's switch to the other hand. So if you were using this hand, switch to this hand. Don't forget, you step forward with the opposite foot to punch it down. All right, here we go. You know what? I'll switch sides too. All right. Here we go. Ready, punch. Good. Step forward, punch. Good. Ready position, step, punch. Good. Ready position, step, punch. Good. Ready position, step, punch. Ready position, step, punch. Ready position, step, punch. Ready position, step, punch. All right, let's have a little fun now. I'm going to punch it too. I think I can punch this to you guys, and you'll punch it back to me. All right, so I'm going to get in the ready position. I'm going to step it and punch it to you. You step, punch it to me. Okay, ready? Step, punch. Good. Step, punch. Step, punch. Step, punch. Good. Step, punch. Right? We're not bringing the racket back. The racket stays in front of our body. And you can see me. I'm keeping it in front of my body. Step, punch. Step, punch. Step, punch. Step, punch. Step, punch. Step, punch. Nice. Good volley. Step, punch. Step, punch. Step, punch. Okay, let's stop right there. Now we're going to switch to the other hand. So if you were using this hand, switch the racket over. And don't forget, we're going to step forward with the opposite foot and punch it down. And remember, you saw me. I was jumping back to the ready position every time. Step, punch, and I get back into the ready position. All right. Here we go. And go. Step, punch. step punch, step punch, step punch, step punch, nice, step punch, step punch, nice, step punch, step punch. It's like a new song. Step punch, yeah, step punch, step punch, yeah, step punch, All right, I'll stop. Couple more. 2 and 1. All right, nice job. Let me get this out of the way again. Okay, now we're going to talk about the backhand volley, because it's pretty much the same thing where you're going to step and punch, but you're going to use 2 hands. So I'm going to put the racket in this hand. I'm going to take my other hand, put it on top. Okay, let me back up a little. My feet are a little bit apart, my knees are bent. The ball's coming to this side. So I have this hand on it, this hand's on top. It's kind of, you can use a one-handed backhand punch, but you're going to be a lot stronger if you use 2 hands coming down this way. So in here, it's step and punch with 2 hands. Because it's on our backhand. Usually your backhand's a little bit weaker than your forehand is. So your backhand's going to be a little bit weaker. If you get your extra hand in there, your extra hand, like your extra hands, no, your other hand, you're just going to punch it down to the ground. It'll be a lot stronger. So let's practice together. Feet apart. Remember, if you have it in this hand, we're going to go this side. If you have it in this hand, you go to this side. So put in your hand, racket on top, step, punch. I barely even moved the racket. If you saw, it just came here, and you just punch it down. We're not bringing it back. We're not finishing over our shoulder. This is a volley, and all you do is punch it down and get back to the ready position. Okay, ready? Step, punch. Good. Step, punch. Good. Step, punch. Good. Step, punch. Good. Step, punch. Step, punch. 2 more. Step, punch. Step, punch. Good. Now we're going to use this hand. So this hand goes on the bottom. This hand comes on the top. And we're going to step forward with which foot? The opposite foot, and punch down again. Okay, ready? Let me move over a little bit away from that window. Ready? Step, punch. Good. Step, punch. Step, punch. And if you're noticing already, and I'm noticing it, the racket feels a lot more secure with my 2 hands. It's not moving around as much as I did with the forehand. I feel a lot more stronger. Really good English. I feel stronger when I'm using my backhand here. Ready? Step, punch. Step, punch. Step, punch. Step, punch. Good. Step, punch. Step, punch. 2, punch. 1, punch. Good. All right. Let's bring the ball down. You guys will practice without me swinging. I'm just going to let it go to you guys, and you'll step punch with the backhand. So if you're starting with the racket in this hand comes on top, and you're going to go to the opposite side and punch down. If you're using this hand and you're bringing it here, you're going to come here and punch it down this way. Whichever way you want to start, and then we can switch halfway through. Okay, here we go. All right. So ready position. Once it gets about here, we're going to start to step. Ready, go. Step, punch. Ready position. Step, punch. Ready position. Step, punch. Ready position. Step, punch. Ready position. Nice job. 2 more. Step, punch. Nice. 1 more. Step, punch. All right. And whatever we do on one side, we're now going to have to switch over. So if you were using this hand, switch to this hand, and you're going to come here and punch. If you were using this hand, switch it over to the other hand, put this hand on top, and you will punch from this side here. Okay? Say that again. If you're using this hand, your backhand is going to be here. If you're using this hand goes on top, and you're going to punch it down this way. All right? So we've switched to the other side. Ready? Step, punch. Ready position. Step, punch. Ready position. Are we bringing the racket back to swing? No, we're keeping it in front of our body. Step, punch. Step, punch. Good, keep it going. Step, punch. 2 more. Step, punch. Good. Step, punch. Nice. Okay, now we're going to go against me. So I'm going to use this hand first, so my backhand's going to come across here to step punch. If you're using that hand, that's great. You can come this side. If you're using the other hand, that's okay, because you know we're going to switch halfway in between. All right, so I'm going to come here, and I'm going to start, and I'm going to jump back into the right position. Ready? Go. Step, punch. Step, punch. Step, punch. Step, punch. Step, punch. step punch, nice, step punch, step punch, good, step punch, good, it's coming fast, step punch, step punch, step punch, get back in that ready position, step punch, ready position, step punch, ready position, step punch, ready position, step punch, ready position, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Nice job. Okay, now we're going to switch to the other side. So now I'm going to use this hand. This hand goes on top, and I'm coming this way. All right, you guys ready? All right, let's bring it up, and go. Punch, and punch, step punch, get ready position, step punch, ready position, step punch, step punch. Nice, guys, keep it going. All right, I'll stop with that chanting of step punch. You guys just keep doing it. Just don't forget, get back to that ready position. Nice job, guys, keep it up. Five, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Nice job, guys. All right, let's get this ball out of the way. Whoop. Hopefully it doesn't fall on top of me. Let's get to stretching. Now let's start with, we'll do our arms first. Woo, that was a pretty good workout. Feeling good about that one. I know my legs got to work out. I feel it in my arms. I'm starting to sweat a little bit. That's how I know I worked hard. That's great. All right, let's start with side neck stretch. Put your ear to your shoulder, pull to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Back scratches, one arm up. Scratch your back, stretching the triceps. Push your elbow back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Shake it out. Switch to the other arm. Push it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And shoulder stretch. One arm out. Put it across. Give it a hug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Shake it out and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, let's shake those out. Let's do forward neck stretch. Put your chin to your chest and pull down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, let's stand up and let's stretch out our legs. Because today, when we were doing this, we did a lot of jumping around those little positions to get back in the ready position, right? So we were doing a lot of step and ready position, step and ready position. I know I feel my quad muscles, right? The thigh muscles, I feel them. I feel them not hurting, but I know that I work them hard. So I need to stretch them out. So I'm going to start with the quad stretch. So I'm going to bring it up here, bring it behind, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And switch. And again, when you're doing this stretch, you don't need to try to balance as you're doing it, because then you're not going to get a proper stretch. So hold on to something, hold on to the chair, the desk, a wall, and do the stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And since we were doing all those little jumps, we were working our calf muscle a lot, because that helps us jump. Because when we do calf raises, we go up onto our toes, right? If you're about to jump, as you're going to jump, the last thing you do is push up on your toes, and it helps you go up. So let's stretch our calf muscle. So hold on to the back of the chair or desk. Make sure it's not sliding around. Put one leg out with your toe. Bring the heel down. This leg is bent. This leg is straight. You feel the stretch down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And switch, toe, heel, leg is straight, leg is bent. If you don't feel the stretch in the calf muscle back there, lean down a little bit more or put your heel out a little bit more, but you gotta keep that leg flat. The feet need to be flat on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, guys. Awesome job today. I hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. I really like playing racket sports. So we worked this week on the forehand. Whee! We worked on the backhand. Woo! And then we just worked on the forehand volley with one hand and then the backhand volley with two hands. So awesome job. I hope you enjoyed that. Maybe go watch it again if you have some extra time and you really want to play it again. And as always, enjoy, stay safe, and stay active.